ladies and gentlemen. Um, Obviously, we're the Boston Uprising. I'm going to say a few words, and then I guess we'll just go to questions right after if you guys are ready for that. First, I want to extend a thank you to Blizzard, Nate Nanzer, and his team for all their hard work in bringing the Overwatch League to a reality and to the present day where we are at today. I want to say a personal thank you to Robert and Jonathan Kraft for the opportunity to bring Overwatch League to Boston, as well as entrusting me with the responsibility to hopefully bring this team to greatness. I want to say the Crafts, as far as I know, were the first family to really buy into Overwatch League, and it's truly visionary. The way that they see Overwatch League and esports and where it's headed, not just now in the next 3 years, but 10, 20, 30 years down the line. And I want to say that they are an incredibly talented group, family, and organization for bringing not only this team to Boston, but also the Patriots, the Revolution, and their other sports and entertainment groups to New England as a whole. The Uprising represent a resilient attitude, also one that was established a long time ago from New England and Boston specifically. For our team as a whole, I think we resemble that. A lot of our players are from, and I hope they don't take too much offense to this, we're tier 2 or tier 3 teams, but as individuals we came together and obviously are competing at the highest level where we are today. And if any of you have been keeping up with, I would say, the insider information from other Overwatch teams, we've been doing pretty well thus far, and hopefully do well in the first stage in Overwatch League. I want to go into a little bit about our process and coaching staff. We took a very, very thorough approach to how we did things here, and we take pride in that. We trialed all of our players and staff at the same time and put them through, I would say, a grueling process, especially Avast here, who signed at the very end and had been trialing for, I don't know, maybe 2 months with us? 3 months? 3 months. And we take a lot of pride in that because everybody on this team, by the end of the year, will really deserve their spot on this team. And I say with a whole heart that everybody here has worked their butt off, to be honest. We've taken very little downtime. We've taken little vacation time. We've worked very hard, both staff and players, and we hope that pays off and we show you, the best games we can this week and into this season. The strengths of the coaching staff are very similar to the strengths of the players. I think everybody on this coaching staff has certain qualities and characteristics. We really live, breathe, and eat Overwatch every day. We spend hours practicing, and then we also go home. We review videos. We give the players insights. We do one-on-one coaching. We talk to them on a personal basis. And we're hoping by the end of the year, not only will we all be better players, but we will be better people, and hopefully we can come together and prove that to you guys, not only this week, but into the rest of the season. Just to cover seasonal expectations very quickly, for me, our players and staff, we all obviously hope to make playoffs. That's really the goal for us. We're going to take it week by week. I think Overwatch League in particular is very long. I mean, you have basically 2 games per week, which is a very grueling schedule, and it takes a lot to prepare for every match every week. So it's going to be more of a marathon than a sprint, and we're going to approach it as such, step by step. That's pretty much it. If you guys have questions, please feel free.
Actually, before we open up Q&A, why don't we go down the line and have everyone introduce themselves and their role?
I'll start with me, I guess. My name is Chris Huck Loringer. Huck, of course, is my ID. I am the president of gaming for Boston Uprising, as well as GM.
Hello, my name is Dahi Park. My nickname is Krusty, and I'm the head coach of Boston Uprising. And happy for lead this team.
Oh.
Should we sneak him in there?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that.
Okay, it's working. Hello, my name is Roland Hamelin. I am a French Polynesian person, and I'm very glad to be in Boston Uprising. I'm sorry. I was a former head coach for AGE, and now I'm an assistant coach for the Boston Uprising.
Hello, my name is Connor Prince. I'm otherwise known as Avast, and I play the support role for Boston Uprising.
Yeah, my name is Christian Keller, and my nickname is Kellex, and I play support for Boston Uprising.
Hello, my name is Youngjin No. Nickname is Kamsu. I play main tank for Team Boston.
Hello, my name is Macias Johannes, otherwise known as Snow, and I play flex support for the Boston Uprising.
Hello, my name is Nam Ju-kwon. Nickname Striker, Boston Uprising DPS.
Hello, my name is Sehyun Park. My position is flex healer. My nickname is Neko.
Hi, my name is Stanislav Danilov. My in-game name is Mistakes, and I play DPS for Boston Uprising.
My name's Lucas Meisner, and I play the flex tank role for Boston Uprising. I got my note.
Hello, I am Jack Kaplan, aka Shake, and I am an assistant coach.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Sanchez. I go by the nickname of Jim Casper, and I play flex DPS.
Hello, my name is Mohit Usjid, nickname Mr. Bleeple, and I'm the analyst for the Boston Uprising.
Hello, my name is Uyar Shin. In-game nickname is Kalios, and I play off-tank for Team Boston Uprising.
All good?
Perfect. Hi there. My name's Adam. I'm from Action Esports. So during the preseason, especially on the last day of the preseason, there were a lot of surprises that came from Boston. Many times, at least twice that I can remember off the top of my head, the casters had counted you guys out of a push, thinking you guys had to reset, thinking you guys were like reeling back on your heels, and you just proved them wrong hard, and would like hold on just long enough, finish a point, finish a push, and it was surprising to everybody involved. And I'm just wondering, is that what we should expect from you guys going forward? These tooth and nail kind of nail biting clutch finishes.
Is that to me?
Well, whoever would like to answer.
I guess I'll answer. I would say I hope that we would continue to surprise people in a good way. And I would say that we hope not to have 3-2 finishes as often as we did in preseason. I think from the preseason games we didn't show our best, but we hope to this week. Next.
Hello, my name's Brandon. I'm from Overwatch Score, which is based here in America. This is a question to each and every player, whoever wants to answer. Each of you are astounding individual talents in your role or with your favorite hero, but who in the league do you consider your best match, your rival, someone you want to square up against basically within your preferred role?
Striker, Avast, note answer.
Hello. We had this question earlier as well. People very interested in that. And a lot of people would say like some of the Korean supports on their role, since I play support like Toby or also Ark as well for New York. But personally, I'm a really big fan of Big Goose because I like his name, first of all. And I also think his brain is really, really big, like actually. So I think he's a really good player. So that's my answer for that. It's Big Goose.
Striker, you pick one player who is same role, best player.
Best player?
Tracer.
Tracer?
Not you.
Okay.
Okay.
I think best player Impact Tracer. Yeah.
For me, I'd probably have to go with Space. I'd say we both kind of came from the same place in Tier 2 Overwatch, and we both really enjoy playing our role. And he's definitely somebody I look up to, and hopefully I can compete with in the future.
Benjamin from Games.Germany. We always talk about contest or competition between the teams, but there's also a contest within the team. What would you say? Is it difficult to hold the team spirit because every one of you wants to play?
I guess. Do you want to comment? You can if you want.
Okay. Hello. Once again, it's me, Vas. I would say that in some ways it's very healthy to have rosters where you're looking to, everyone wants to be the starting position, but also I think in esports it's a very, very new thing where you actually have a bench and you have players and alternates where you can change out and see different styles. Generally, you just have, like in CS:GO, you have your 5 players, or these are your players. And so I think it's a very good thing to have people in different positions and in different starting or not starting roles. And I think here in Boston, no one here is hating each other or saying like, "Hey, Kellex, you're done, kid. Okay, I'm taking you out." No. I think it's a very healthy environment for everyone to make sure that everyone's trying to be the starter, but also we understand that we all have different positions. And it's just the reality, and I hope esports is heading that direction where everyone has different benches and different roles and different styles. So I think it's a very good thing.
To follow up and close on that, I think from a coaching perspective, it's always good to have a sub player for roles. It kind of lights a fire under the starters to continue to work and improve constantly. At the same time, we're lucky enough here at Boston that we're a pretty close-knit family. Players genuinely all like each other. I don't think we've ever had an internal problem thus far, despite what some teams I'm sure are going through some problems that we've heard. And we take pride in that. And everybody gets along really well, and we're all just looking to learn and improve from each other. And at the end of the day, we want to be a winning team, not winning individuals. So that's the priority.
Hello, my name is Judge. I'm from sports website champion.com. So I have like a big complex question. How are you going to integrate your brand into like city facilities? And do you have any plans for like creating special stuff for Boston Uprising fans? Like for instance, let's imagine limited edition Boston Uprising T-shirts with Nike. Yep.
Can you go step by step? First question.
Okay. Do you have any plans how you will be integrate your brand Boston Uprising into city facilities?
The facility here or the one back in Boston? Eventually. It's still something we're discussing internally at the craft group. We're running through a few possibilities. We know, obviously, that we want to play in Boston proper. Boston itself has a lot of great schools, and I think the demographic that's there makes a lot of sense. Whether that looks like we're practicing outside of Boston or we're all living in Boston really depends. But I think, from a craft group perspective, they practice both their sports teams out of Foxborough, and I think they have a lot of resources that we can benefit from. Obviously, sports psychologists, fitness, things like that. We're not quite sure, but we want the best competitively as well from the branding standpoint. You wanted to hit me with the next one?
And the next one was about any specific plans for communicating with non-endemic brands?
Non-endemic brands,
yes.
You mean ones like sponsors
yeah,
outside
like
of
Nike,
esports?
Adidas, maybe food or maybe clothes companies.
Yeah, and I think that is a unique advantage that the craft group brings, right? With the connections and the business relationships they have successfully with their other sports entities and the Patriots and the Revolutions. They got a great sponsorship team. So I would say be on the lookout for those things, and we're definitely looking into them.
Thank you.
I think there's one more. I don't want to make you have to ask, but okay, we're done, I guess.
Hi, Hunter Slayton. I'm with Blizzard. We've seen a lot of teams in here today and seen them interacting with each other in a non-game setting, which has been really cool. You guys seem to have some of the best chemistry, and I was just wondering if I could hear from the players about whether or not that's true and why you guys think you have such a good time together. Snow, I see you smiling already.
No worries, no worries. I think right off the bat, we just like love talking to each other. We're all like really into pestering each other, making each other laugh. I think that's like the biggest thing. So like in the training facility, we're always smiling, always laughing, and we're always having a good time while also working hard and keeping that as a priority. But yeah, we just like really love each other's presence, and like if we're not in a game, we're always with one another. So I think that is a lot of a reason why we like playing with each other and have pretty good chemistry.
Gamsu, Dream, and Kelix. You guys can also comment. Go ahead. Kelix first, then Gamsu.
I mean, yeah, I think our personalities fit together very much, and that's why I think we just kind of meshed at the beginning.
Gamsu.
Just everyone that in Boston are kind, so we just having fun with everyone.
Dream, if you want to close that out for me.
I think the reason why we have like such a good chemistry is because we all kind of came from the same place. We're like basically all like, not to be mean, but like we came from, like, we're like nobodies, right? So everyone like to really relate to each other and like really like learn off each other, and like everyone just has fun together, I guess, and wants to like keep getting better together, and like, yeah.
Close it out too, from my standpoint. I remarked this a few times, but I can't say it enough. Everybody on this team, we looked for a term that we used often was coachable, but at the end of the day, that can be summarized in good people. Everybody on this team and this roster, as far as I can see thus far, and the staff can see as well, are genuinely good people, nice people, courteous, respectful, and just want to win, and are doing what they can to get to that point.
Hi, Sean from the competitive Overwatch subreddit. Chris, you were somewhat of an advocate and quite outspoken in your Starcraft days of how players were looked after. So what are you doing, and what have you got in place to make sure your guys don't have the same complaints you had?
So I would say on a regular basis, we try to alleviate some of the stress these guys go through. The training facility we are very thankful for from Blizzard, but to give you a perspective of what it looks like, it is a medium-sized room, I guess is what I would say, and it has no windows, no sunshine, and these guys at the end of the day are gamers, right? And they're used to that and they like that, but I don't think that's always the best environment for them. So even recently, I would say about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we started enforcing recess, where we would go outside and we would walk to a local park, we'd throw frisbee, football, go for a walk, hang out with each other, talk. We have regular outings where we either like go play futsal. We went to Griffith Park. Krusty and Gamsu particularly cooked a great meal for us once. So we have apartments, player apartments that are very close to the training facility, and then we also have a staff house that's a little bit further away. We'll all come out, hang out, watch. You know, we're trialing Contenders team right now. They'll all come and, you know, contribute their own opinions, talk. We'll play Super Smash Bros. Talk about cryptocurrency, I think, is the most recent. Esports people are big on that. So just, you know, kind of think about it from their perspective and their mindset. We have a lot of ex-pro gamers on this team, not just me, Minnie, Shake as well. Kind of just think about it from a human standpoint and make sure these guys are as healthy as they can be, but we also, you know, hardest working team too, where we don't give them so much vacation time. So it's a balance, and we're trying to make the best of it.
Hi there, Adam from Action Esports again. So I've got a question for Snow, but I'll open it up to everybody else afterwards. So over at preseason, I met a young man named Cameron who informed me that you are the best Overwatch player to walk the earth. It was a small taste of the amount of love and support that this team definitely has going for it. And I'd like to hear a little bit more about the various supports that you get from your friends and family and how it affects you.
Well, kind of to begin on that, I think Cameron's a really big supporter of me because without him, I wouldn't be anywhere like close to this. I actually couldn't afford the game when it came out, and I opened it on my birthday, and I had it for some weird reason, and he was the one who bought it for me, so I have a lot of thanks for him. My parents and like all my friends have shown nothing but love and support for me, which I'm like eternally grateful for. But yeah, if I'm ever like going through like a rough patch, or if I had a bad day of scrims and I like talk to one of them, it's just like always really nice to hear them say kind things, or just say, hey, what about that play you made on, you know, this and this from that match that we saw live, which you hear that from your parents watching your live game on a video game. That's like insane. So I couldn't be luckier.
Hi, Sabriel Maston from Overbuff. Walking away from the preseason, what is one area of weakness that you felt you had, and how have you worked to improve that? And I can go to anyone who wishes to answer.
Any takers? I think I'm gonna throw it to Shake. Mix it up. Shake, you got this.
Yeah, so I think one issue we had in the preseason is that we weren't as adaptable as some other teams. We didn't kind of have the same like depth of strategy as some other teams did. And I think that was kind of a natural part of bringing together a new roster and playing against teams that have been playing together for like upwards of a year. So that's just something that I think has just improved over time, and like certainly over the last like month or so. And just kind of like, it's kind of like building blocks for us at this point. We brought these guys together from like completely different backgrounds, different teams. And so it's just kind of step by step building upon what we have and just adding strategy and kind of getting more complex over time.
All right, and this is our last question of the day.
Hey, Dennis from Instance Lab. You only played 2 games in the preseason so far, but you played a lot of scrims, I assume, and a lot of teams from the Overwatch League. Are there any rivalries forming already? Do you really hate any team?
Why do you guys look at me? Chris, do you feel comfortable answering this? Do you want to?
Yeah, so it's answering about which team do you hate?
Or we have like a competitive rivalry.
Yeah, I think for Dallas Fear, that team have lots of strategy, so it makes us difficult to beat them. So I think Dallas Fear was the hardest enemy, in my opinion.
We don't hate them though.
Yeah, don't hate them. I love them.
Yeah. I don't think there's any team we particularly hate. I think geographically we're looking at New York and Philly. New York obviously took a very, very different approach to what we did as far as how they built out their roster. Purchased the roster, but hopefully we can, show some really good games this week and show that, in the very short and long term, by the end of the season, hopefully we'll be a better team. And then as well, I think Philly kind of is a dark horse right now. It's going to be a lot better than what people expect, even though they have had considerable visa issues. Do any players want to comment on who they think our rivals are, or who they feel a personal rivalry with? No? Dream? You're sitting closest to the mic, so I feel like you're most eager to say something. No? No? I guess that's it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and thank the Boston Uprising for being upstanding players. Anyone? Anyone? No? Okay, all right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.